Hi everyone, and welcome to Room Rescue here at the HGTV Home Design Studio inside the warehouse at Huck. I'm Kate Corey, and today we're going to design a dining room featuring a live edge table for a rustic appeal and take a look at some Benchmade furniture. Let's get started. We're going to kick things off today with a look at our room in need of rescue. Joining me now is Harley, our own personal design consultant. Harley, tell me about today's room.
So today's room didn't require an in-home consultation. The couple brought their measurements in beforehand. So what we did is we brought them back to our computer. We plugged everything in. It gave them a sense of how the pieces would work as well as the spacing for them. They really wanted to make sure it wasn't too overcrowded or cramped.
That is so cool. That really helps you kind of envision your space.
It does, it really does.
So what is the overall feel? So this is their dining room.
Yes.
Okay.
So the overall feel for the dining room is a rustic, vintage, wooded area with a reclaimed feel.
Okay, and the reclaimed feel kind of ties into their table, right?
It does. The table itself is solid red leaf maple, and it has a nice live edge to it.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see what you've done. We're going to take a look in a little bit, but first, we're going to jump over and see Dan for our 60-second helper. Joining me now is Dan, and today we're talking about Benchmade Furniture. Dan, why should people choose Benchmade?
Well, because people like real, they like authentic, and that's what this is. This is real, this is authentic. This is 100% red leaf maple, harvested in the Appalachian regions. It also offers 15 stunning finishes,
Wow.
each with its distinctive time-worn look and feel to them. You can order it in the straight edge like you see here,
Okay.
or in this beautiful live edge.
That is beautiful. Now, how do you get this edge?
Well, let me show you. You can step right over here. Kate, this is a maple log. As you can see, we've actually sliced it right up. And the result is you get these beautiful live edges. This is the kind of piece that's going to last from generation to generation. Really going to last you a lifetime.
I am so impressed, Dan. Thank you so much for the tip today.
Thank you.
Now it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for, the big reveal. Harley is back. Harley, tell me what you did with this space.
So it's a dining space we created for them. We took our Benchmade table, the live edge one to be exact. You can tell that it's really different, uneven on both sides. It's got the actual outside of a tree right on the edge.
It literally looks like it just was like cut right out of a tree.
It was. It's just one thick slab of wood right from the tree itself.
And the coloring on top is really interesting.
It is. It's got a basic tan finish to it, but then once you look really deep into it, you see the different colors. You got the gray spatter on it, which brings in green, and then the reds as well is defined onto the piece.
And the table, the colors in the table are reflected in the rest of the room.
It is. It reflects very well within the picture that's hanging above the server. The colors complement each other and bring them out too.
Tell me about the clock.
The clock
That's the heirloom.
It is the heirloom. It was refinished by them. They just wanted to keep it and add it as a nice centerpiece.
I love how you worked it in as the centerpiece. It really sort of goes with the teal in the table too.
Yep.
Let's talk about the server.
So the server is part of our custom dining. The server really brought in a little bit of different texture, feel, and color change to the room as well. Not something drastic, but soft.
Right, and we have to talk about these lamps.
Yes.
These lamps are so cool.
They are. They're from Bassett ourselves. We sell them.
Okay.
It adds a rustic feel to the room. It goes great with the grates, and then you can connect it to the nail head trim on the chairs. Try to choreograph pieces together that wouldn't be too overwhelming.
And I like too that it's rustic, but it also has a little bit of an industrial feel.
It does.
Definitely in the lamps, but also in some of your accessories.
Yep, definitely with some of the shinier pieces, the mirrors as well, the wood pieces, it kind of all pulls everything in together, and it's not too overbearing with the different kinds of feels they wanted for the room.
I love how you tied this family heirloom into the final design.
It works very well. I love tying pieces of their own style into the rooms.
Thank you so much for rescuing this room.
Thank you, it was a lot of fun.
If you have a design problem you'd like solved, submit your questions and room photos at huckfinswarehouse.com. And remember, everything featured in today's room rescue can be found at the HGTV Home Design Studio at the warehouse at Huck. Their design professionals provide free decorator service to help transform your space. That's it for today's episode of Room Rescue here at the HGTV Home Design Studio inside the warehouse at Huck. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.